Okay, I know I said that the Super Mario Bros. Movie will be my next review, but there's one movie I want to review. After all, it is the 20th anniversary of that Pixar movie. Now, Finding Nemo was one of my favorite Pixar movies from my childhood, right next to Cars, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and WALL-E. I even remember going to the submarine voyage a lot when I was a kid. I even remember having a Nemo hat since I was a kid, and I even used it as a costume for Tails in the Halloween video in 2020. I even saw the re-release of this movie in 3D back in 2013, and saw the sequel Finding Dory in 2016. And I still have two games such as Escape to the Big Blue and Nemo's Underwater World of Fun. But enough about that now, let's talk about this movie. So this film is about an overprotective father named Marlin who has lost a lot of children and his wife, and had his last living son Nemo who got kidnapped by a dentist. So it is up to Marlin to get his son back with the help of his friend Dory, who has suffered from short-term memory loss. Along the way, they encountered with vegetarian sharks, anglerfish, a forest full of jellyfish, ride on sea turtles, went inside the whale, and avoiding the seagulls that kept saying, while Nemo's main goal was to escape the fish tank and return to his father. The tank gang are helping Nemo retrieve that goal, while the tank gang wanted to escape to the ocean too. So that way they won't be bothered with Darla, because she wouldn't stop shaking the bag.
Poor Chuckles.
Yeah, it would suck to be a fish in a plastic bag, because if there was a kid that's shaking it, I would be dead by now. It's like what Gil says, all drains lead to the ocean, which means there could be a chance for Nemo to escape through the drains, so it would lead him back to the sea. Now, what I love about this movie is the characters. The characters are lovable and recognizable, and very iconic. My favorite characters are Bruce, Gil, and Squirt. Bruce is a great white shark who is a vegetarian who doesn't want to eat fish, but when he smells blood, he gets out of control. Gil is a marsh idol who wants to help the tank gang and Nemo escape to the ocean. Squirt is a baby sea turtle who rides at the East Australian Current with Crush and the other turtles. Marlin and Nemo are Oscularis clownfish that lives in the Great Barrier Reef. Marlin is someone who is overprotective and worried about the dangers of the ocean, especially what happens in his dark past. Nemo is one curious little clownfish who wants to explore around the ocean. Dory is a rainbow blue tane who has suffered from short-term memory loss and can't remember anything. Now, I did tell you about Gil, Bruce, and Squirt. Now, Crush is a sea turtle who rides in the East Australian Current with a lot of sea turtles. Anchor is a hammerhead shark who volunteers to be in Bruce's club to not eat a fish. Same thing with Chum, who is a mako shark. Deb is a black and white humbug who thinks she has a twin sister, while it turned out to be her reflection. Gurgle is a royal grumma who has fears of germs and mucus and a lot of dirty stuff. Bubbles is a yellow tane who has an obsession with bubbles. Peach is a pink starfish that sticks on the tank. Jux is a cleaner shrimp who has a French accent. And Bloat is a brown-spotted pufferfish who puffs up every time he loses his cool. And let's not forget about the supporting characters. Nigel is a pelican who always comes into the dentist's office to check on the tank gang. Mr. Ray is a stingray who teaches kids in the Great Barrier Reef in school. Pearl is a flapjack octopus who has one tentacle that's shorter than the others. Sheldon is a seahorse who claims himself that he's an H2 intolerant. And Tad is a long-nosed butterfly fish who claims himself that he's obnoxious. Imagine him annoying the living crap out of Squidward.
Get out of my house!
Now let me tell you one of my favorite scenes of this movie. My favorite scene is where Marlin discovers that he was in the East Australian current with a lot of sea turtles. Man, those are my favorite sea animals. I also like the part where Nigel told Nemo that Marlin is crossing the entire ocean to find him. Because even though Marlin was scared of the dangerous side of the ocean, he would do anything to get his son home, and then swims back up to block the filter with the pebble. I also like the scene where Dory is making whale sounds. It really cracked me up. And I don't know why, but I also like the part wherever Tad's like, save your life, and then Pearl's like,
oh, you guys made me eat.
And I also like the part where Nemo goes through the volcano, and immediately everyone in the tank gang calls him Sharkbait. Sharkbait, woo-ah! Which also leads to a muckbuster that a lot of people do not like. And I just noticed that they stole the corals and all the background from this movie. And let's not forget that they copied the net scene. And there are so many muckbusters, which I am not surprised. So yeah. Anyways, what really got me the most, and let me tell you, there are some scenes that are emotional. One is when, after Marlin has lost Coral and a lot of children, he has found one remaining child left, and that is Nemo. And let's not forget about the part where Marlin has reunited with Nemo after Dory has found him, thinking that he was dead, but after hearing his voice, he is still alive. And let's not forget about the ending. My God. These scenes brings me memories as a child. If you want to know my ratings of this movie, I am going to give this a 10 out of 10. It brings me back to my childhood memories. Now, I promise you, I will do the review on the Super Mario Bros. Movie, despite that I seen it a month ago, but I'm still gonna review it anyways. And I am going to do a criticism video on the current state of Warner Bros. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe to my first channel. Until the next video, bye! And happy 20th anniversary to Finding Nemo. And rest in peace, Barry Humphries. Fish are friends, not food.